Hi, everybody. It's coming from Al Jazeera also. I haven't covered the South Korean travel as MERS spreads, but I wanted to cover this since it was by Al Jazeera. Alerts against South Korea travel as MERS spreads. Hong Kong and Macau issue warnings as WHO, World Health Organization, begins mission to investigate disease biggest outbreak outside of Saudi Arabia. As you can see here, soldiers are actually on the ground checking individuals' temperatures to see if they have MERS. Now, I imagine these are just thermometers. But here's the problem I see, folks. You see this soldier's hand? And you see this here? If this is a thermometer, which I imagine it is, this usually has a little nipple piece that you replace per person. And the soldier here, I know it's China, folks. I'm not trying to bash China. But he has no gloves on. And this little thing here has no nipple. So he can change it. And that's exactly what it says. It says soldiers check body temperatures, visitors at the Defense Ministry in Seoul efforts to contain outbreak, Reuters. So, latest cases have been brought to a total of 95 people, making the South Korean outbreak biggest outside of Saudi Arabia, where the disease first identified. Carrie Lam, Hong Kong's second highest official, announced Tuesday the country would issue a red alert against non-essential travel to South Korea. A red alert defined as significant threat according to the Hong Kong government means people should adjust travel plans and avoid non-essential travel. Chinese territory of Macau also advised residents to avoid travel to South Korea unless it's absolutely necessary and said it would require people entering local healthcare facilities to wear masks and as a precaution against MERS. So, who begins a mission? Al Jazeera. Larry Fawcett, reporting from Seoul, said latest victim was typical. Many people affected by the virus and had been presented in a Seoul hospital. She had chronic heart disease and she presented with breathing problems at a hospital on May 27th and May 28th. She came into contact with somebody there who had already contracted the disease, and that made patient 14 in this outbreak. World Health Organization began work in a joint mission with South Korean doctors and officials to review the country's response and analysis to the virus. Apparently, so far, just a hospital outbreak contracted by patients in a hospital setting. Officials here are saying that Monday may have been the peak of the virus and number of cases will decline from now. As you can see, number of new South Koreans report Tuesday was a sharp drop from 23 on Monday, and the number of schools closed grew to 2,199, including 19 universities. So, South Korean Park Geun-hye, president, has called for a national effort to eradicate the outbreak, which has been spreading since a 68-year-old businessman brought it from a trip to the Middle East. More than 2,000 people have been put in quarantine from it, and their Center for Disease Control and Prevention has been put on notice, which is their Jiangyun Qian. And they said, we did cell phone tracking in a couple cases, and they're doing their best efforts here, ladies and gentlemen. I have no doubt in my mind that this epidemic is almost over, if not slowing down to a point where it's no longer a problem. I have family who are from South Korea. I don't speak to them very often to know how bad this would be, but it is a situation that is being monitored by the world, and it is being taken care of as we speak.